Hello and welcome back to the channel. Getting ready to get back out on the road. I hope you guys had a great Christmas. I hope you have a happy new year. Last year was pretty good for us, so hopefully you had a good year too, and the new year is promising a whole lot more. Getting ready to do some maintenance on her before we hit the road. Got to do an oil change, fuel filters, air filter, things like that, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about something a little special, a little different in your oil change, and I think you're gonna like it. So after she gets warmed up, we'll get to it, so stay tuned. So today we are talking about this gizmo here. This is a replacement for your drain plug. And what it does is it gives you a quick, easy way to drain your oil when you're doing your next oil change. It's got a little valve here that is locked into place. You have to lift up on it and then push it over, and then it's a brass ball valve inside there that allows the oil to come out. So you can do it without having to take the plug out. Not taking the plug out is beneficial because with as many times as we change our oil, it plugs in and out, in and out, in and out. Eventually it's gonna get stripped out possibly. You could over tighten it or whatever, cross thread it. But this makes it real convenient just to be able to flip that valve and then the oil comes out. Another thing that this really helps with is oil changes on the road. If you have to drain into different containers, maybe some oil jugs or whatever you have around so you can take it back to the recycling, you can put a rubber hose on the end of this nipple and then run the hose down to a jug, open it, dump the oil in till it fills the jug up, and then shut it off, switch jugs, turn it back on, and then just keep draining. So you don't have to put the plug in, and then it just eliminates a whole lot of that mess. It's all brass. It's a Fumoto, F-U-M-O-T-O replacement. I've had them on a few of my vehicles and they work really good. I'll leave a link in the description so you can get yours, but just keep in mind that what I'll probably do is put a generic link to this brand so you can find it. And then you'll have to scroll through the selections to get the right thread on this size because they're vehicle specific. They're not all the same. I had to get the one for my truck. You'll have to get the one for your truck or car or whatever. Another thing that this thing comes with is a fiber washer. So it seals up against the oil pan, and you just tighten it down by putting a wrench right here, not on this nut part there, down in the square body. And you tighten it up until it's snug, not over tightened. You don't want to rip the fiber washer. You just want to compress it so that it seals up really good. And then it also comes with an emergency, like a backup lock for this little flappy part, the valve stem thing. But you put it on like this. It snaps on. And then you can't lift that up. It locks it in place so it can't be inadvertently opened. Now, for our trucks, it's not going to be inadvertently opened. For some vehicles, if you're going to take it through some brush or something like that, maybe out hunting or whatever, you would want to add a little extra protection. And I would not suggest this for any off-road vehicle that has the plug straight down on the bottom, because it does add length and you could hit it with a rock or a tree root or whatever you go four-wheeling in and break that thing off. So not for off-road use, like true off-road use. For our use, this is gonna be great. It'll make my on-the-road oil changes way simpler, faster, and just less mess. But all you do is pull out your plug, screw this in, you're done. So I'm gonna go put it in. And then once you get the oil drained, you just screw it in. Tighten it up with a wrench. Snug it. And then you have your quick drain. And you can put the little safety clip on there if you want. And that's all there is to it. It's a simple mod that will make your life a lot easier. Like I said, if you want to get yours, then click the link in the description, find it. I'll get 4 or 5 cents for you clicking on the link. It won't cost you any money, but it'll make it easy for you to find it. Now, I got to get to installing that on there. This should be fun. It is New Year's Eve day, and I got to get that done because I'm leaving on Monday to get back out on the road. So have safe travels, and I hope to see you on the road.